I'm with Mambo Media. I've been in marketing now for 12 years, and the last 5 years have really focused on online marketing in many different channels. I've been with Mambo for 3 years. Our clients include OHSU, Temp, PSU, high-tech footwear, and I design the online marketing and brand advocacy programs for a number of these clients, and have been doing so for quite a few years now. And really, I direct the community managers so that they can have meaningful interactions with them. As a marketer, I bring a marketing lens to these online communities, which I think online in particular is unique from other communities that happen offline. There's a set of practices, etiquette, status that happens in these communities online each and every day. And I think community management or online communities in general are not a sales tool. They are a place to attract potential customers and retain current customers if you want to apply a marketing lens to what they are. They can be used as sources to distribute news and information that is actually relevant to the set audience. But I do think quite a bit, if you're not using it to build a relationship, essentially you're really cutting the channel and that community short. And also ultimately your marketing efforts. I mean, it really is about building more meaningful online relationships. It used to be that we'd have these in real life or these offline brand experiences, and my job used to be to bring them to life on the internet, and now it's the total reverse. Now I'm building communities and messaging and social media marketing programs around these communities, and I'm getting requests to do these, to facilitate a conference or a user group meeting or even a flash mob. I had one client ask me, and I was like, okay. They're like, but we have all these advocates, all these people who love us, let's hit the streets sort of thing. So it's a really interesting progression, I think. But what I see this role really evolving into is more of a content strategist and really taking on more of an editorial capacity. So it's not just retweeting people, it's not just +1ing them, it's not just boosting their clout score. It actually is determining the sort of content that is really going to resonate and maybe even surprise a little bit in order to reinvigorate or just interest a community, which is just a group of people. So if that community isn't there, and if it's really not thriving online, I would put forth that either one, your editorial strategy needs to really be revisited, perhaps refined, or two, maybe you haven't really targeted and identified that potential community well to begin with. Working in the field for as long as I have and pursuing it in education, I really think that those fundamentals, the marketing communications fundamentals and frameworks come out every single day in my work, and I think it feeds into the approaches. But again, I do think that you have to adapt, both to the channel and then to your audience. But fundamentals such as positioning, fundamentals such as, what are you saying that your competitors aren't saying? How does your tone differ? What is the best approach to actually connect with these people? Real basic, it's like the 4 Ps, right? Real basic fundamentals that really still affect, I'd say marketing probably just flows in to my community management and marketing programs. I just feel like so much of my role now is more educational and kind of just, again, laying out those basics and actually just advising them. I had a very high-profile nonprofit client that really wanted to build an amazing website that was going to impart this social change message. It was going to cost a couple $100,000, and I just had to basically school them and educate in terms of how this actually works and what the trends are with destination websites. So it's very consultative, but not scolding. I try and really just kind of take them through best practices and what I'm seeing out there as I work actively with this. We have a whole deck dedicated to CEOs and social media, and actually show the competitive value of the socially integrated enterprise, meaning the big thing about social media, and Tyler spoke a little bit to this, the big revolution was access. Before, you used to have to call customer service and then ask them and then wait on hold or whatever. Now, with social media, with Twitter, with blogs, I have direct access to that CEO. I have direct access to the developer who actually worked on the product that I'm using. So I think that with CEOs and just the C-suite in general, no doubt they get it. They understand it from a marketing potential. I don't know if they understand it from a bottom line and how it ultimately affects their business potential. And a lot of that is, it's stats driven, and then also just showing successful case studies in terms of the lift. Anytime you can show, a lift, then it's pretty persuasive. The other thing that I would just add that I haven't heard spoken is you gotta get to know them. It's almost like a certain empathy. Who is your audience? What are their pain points? What makes them tick? And I just think that, or what appeals to them, and it's almost, again, it's a little bit human, but I've seen several marketers, who treat this not organically and as if, again, it's just another press release. Or something along those lines. And I really look for that person who, for lack of a better, does have some sort of emotional intelligence in addition to any other kind of editorial, technical proficiency.
Yeah.